So, today we got a surprise, and admittedly, I wasn't gonna talk about it. Like, I thought about it, and I was like, I don't know, there's probably not enough to talk about it. But I was like, screw it, I want to give my thoughts, because I haven't really talked about this subject in a bit. And what is that subject exactly? Why, it's none other than James Gunn's Superman movie, which I don't know, because I've heard two different things. They're calling it, I've heard some people say they're still calling it Superman Legacy, and another they're just calling it Superman. I don't know which one is true. I kind of hope they keep with Superman Legacy, because I just don't want another movie titled Superman. Like, it doesn't hurt to have like a subtitle to it, because now you're just going to really confuse people. But whatever. I'm still going to go watch it either way. I'm such a Superman fan. Anyway, so James Gunn posted this picture, along with DC, of, I forget the actor's name, but they show him in the full regalia costume, putting on the full suit, and essentially, like, there's some bad shit going on, which we'll talk about in a bit. The suit looks alright. I'm gonna be honest. The suit looks alright. It looks a little too nifty, almost said nifty. It almost looks a little too New 52 for me. I wasn't a big fan of New 52 era Superman. A lot of those books ranged from boring to just mediocre at best. A vast majority of those, I think when we got to the Rebirth era of Superman, I think it got a lot better, especially when Tomasi took over. So the fact that the costume, I don't know, but I do like it does have that element of the New 52 costume in there, but I also like it has a bit of some element to the classic suit too, because you do see, and maybe it's just me, but I see a little hint of the red trunks in there too. So I thought that was pretty neat. Anyway, so the other thing I wanted to bring up real fast, was that let's talk about the thing in the background. It could be just a normal image. It could just be it's catastrophe going on and shit like that, and it's just another day for Superman, which I kind of like. I really do like this idea of having Superman, like, it's just a normal day for him. Like, Clark is just getting getting ready for another day, and Superman has apparently been around for, I think they said, like, Gunn said in Superman Legacy that Clark has been around as Superman for at least 5 years. So this isn't an origin story. This is a Superman who is just kind of like, yep, here I am. I'm still new. So I like that. I do like that. The thing behind us. Now, again, that could just be a promotional image and just showcase this, but I think it might be Brainiac. I think because a lot of sources have said Brainiac will be in this movie. I hope so. I just don't want to... I know Lex Luthor's already in the movie with Nicholas Hoult playing Luthor, but I hope he's not a main focus. I know for a Superman movie you need Lex Luthor. I'm not an idiot. But at the same time, I'm like, can we just have someone other than Lex? I mean, Lex can be a secondary antagonist, but, like, can we just do a movie where it's, like, not Luthor or Zod as the main focus? And yes, I know, what about Doomsday? He was shoehorned in there, and that wasn't Doomsday, that was just Gray Shrek. So, I digress. So it could be Brainiac. My friend Jason Voorhees 2011 pointed out two other candidates that it could be, and it's mostly because of the sources Gunn is apparently pulling from, and I thought that'd be pretty cool. One being Solaris the Sun Tyrant, which I'm like, that's a really deep cut. For those who are unaware who Solaris the Sun Tyrant is, Solaris is a Sun Eater. He basically kills the sun. He's really only seen in Superman, in All-Star Superman, excuse me. He's the thing that basically kills the sun, and Superman, when he's dying, he sacrifices himself to reactivate the sun. Luthor does, which this does give a little credence, because, Luthor does play a part in bringing Solaris to Earth to consume the sun. Or kill the sun's energy, basically. He's basically a sentient organism. And I do wonder if that's the case, if, when we go to the Fortress of Solitude, if we'll see the infant Sun Eater. I always thought that was really cute, that Superman, when he's showing Lois the Fortress of Solitude, he's like giving little bits of solar radiation to this baby sun eater, and she's like, "Why didn't you kill it?" And he's like, "It's just a baby. It was lost and alone from its home. I didn't it was lost from its herd. I couldn't kill it. It didn't know any better, but I couldn't let it eat the sun, so I just brought it here." So I also like how when Superman lets it go and he's battling Solaris. The Sun Eater comes back and helps him, and sadly, the Solaris does kill the baby Sun Eater, leading to Superman like, "You just killed him. You're fucked now." And that's when Superman just goes full beast mode on Solaris. The problem is that while that would be cool, I don't know. And again, we don't know where Gunn is going with this, so it could be Solaris. But the thing is that Solaris isn't he's only been in like one main universe. I think only 2 main universe stories. He's not a very popular Superman villain. And really, he's only known for one story. And even then, like, All-Star Superman isn't known for Solaris as the big bad. It's Luthor. He's more of a secondary antagonist, really. So, yeah. The other one Jason pointed out is that what if it's Warworld? Which I'm like, that would be really cool, but I kind of want him to save Mongol for a later film. I don't want him to like break out the gate with Mongol. Plus, I would really love to see the Warworld saga done as its own film. I would absolutely adore the idea of a Warworld film, the Warworld saga. Since we can't have, we're never going to get a proper Planet Hulk movie. God damn it, Marvel. It would be kind of cool to see the DC equivalent of that with the Warworld saga, the Superman Warworld saga. And hey, the Authority played a role in that film, in that storyline too, and the Authority is part of this universe. I'm just saying, that would make a good movie. Yeah, I'm excited for this film. I know everyone, like, especially the Snyder Bros, won't shut the fuck up about it, about how this is an awful idea, and Zack Snyder's Superman was like superior and all that. And I'm not disrespecting Henry Cavill. I loved his Superman, but let's be real. The Snyderverse was a mess. Those films were a mess, and it was good to clean the slate. Do I think could James Gunn's film be bad? Yeah. I fully admit that this film could be bad. I have no doubt in my mind that there's a part of my brain that's like, what if it sucks? Because I've seen Superman movies before, and very rarely do they pan out. That's the thought in my back of my head. But at the same time, what if it's good? What if it's good? That's really how I feel about it. Is like, there's that same thought of, what if it's still good? So I have to be like Superman and, be hopeful that this film will be good. Because I love the character. And I really like the angle of not like some brooding asshole who snaps the necks of his opponents. This sounds like a Superman that I've wanted to see. And it's in a lived-in universe. Plus, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, my favorite Green Lantern. Come on. Of course I have to give it a fair shake, right? Like, I just gotta give it a fair shake. So yeah, not really much else I can say about the image, honestly, other than looks good. Well, the costume looks all right. My mind might change when I see it on like a trailer or something, or like in film. But right now the still image, I'm like, it looks a little too New 52-y for me. But I'm sure if I see it in a trailer, it'll look better, hopefully. But yeah. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of the Superman image? Do you guys like it, hate it? And do you guys think it'll be Brainiac, Solaris, or Mongol, or whoever in the background? Or do you think it's just promotional image? And what villain are you hoping for? Again, I'm pulling for Brainiac, but that's just me. But other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.